Good morning everyone. So today we shall continue our discussion with the number systems further. In the last class we have seen the decimal expansions for the real numbers. So we know that the real numbers comprises of rational as well as irrational numbers, and also we have seen that the decimal expansion of any number can be either terminating or non-terminating, and if it is non-terminating, there further we can classify it as non-terminating repeating and non-terminating non-repeating. So just see, if you see the decimal expansion of rational numbers, it can be either terminating or it can be non-terminating repeating, and if you see the decimal expansion of irrational numbers, it will be always non-terminating and non-repeating. I hope this decimal expansion part is clear to you, and we shall continue with the next part. We have already learned the basic decimal expansions of both rational as well as irrational numbers. Now let us see how to convert the given decimal form to the rational form. So what do you mean by this rational form? So basically this rational form means which is of the form p by q, where p and q are going to be our integers. So let us discuss it. So already we have seen, suppose if something is there like 1 by 3 is there. So let us say this is the rational form where 1 and 3 are going to be integers, and it is in the form of perfectly p by q. So just we have seen that this expression is equal to 0.33, so on. So just what we write it as 0.3 bar. So earlier we are given with this form, we have converted it to this decimal form. Now what we are going to learn is, so this form will be given to us and we will learn how to convert into this particular rational form. So let us start. We have already seen that we will be coming across two types of decimal expansions in case of rational numbers. Why we are only bothered about rational numbers? Why? Because they only can be written in the form of p by q. Remember, irrational numbers cannot be written in the form of p by q, that p and q are integers. So under rational numbers we have either terminating or we have non-terminating repeating. Okay, so we shall see both the cases how to convert them into the rational form, which is our p by q form. So now see, the first thing we will consider the case where our decimal expansion is terminating in nature. That means after the decimal point it will stop somewhere. So let us see in that case how to deal with that. So this is actually you will be doing from the lower classes itself. Suppose if I say 0.5. okay, so this is the decimal form given to us. How will you just actually convert it into p by q form? So just you write the number, and after decimal point just you can see there is only one digit. What you will do, just you write this 5 divided by 1 followed by those many digits as the number of digits, those many zeros as the number of digits after the decimal point. How many digits are here? Only one digit is there after the decimal point. So just I will place this one. So it will become 5 by 10. So remember, always whenever you get any fraction, just try to write it in the simplest form. Simplest form means what? Whatever the common thing is there in the numerator and denominator, we are going to cancel it out. So the same thing we can write it as 5 by this 10, I can write it as 2 into 5. So when I write so, just I can cancel this 5 and 5. So I will be left with 1 in the numerator and 2. So this is 1 by 2. So this is how just we can convert. If the decimal is terminating in nature, we can directly convert it into p by q form in this manner. So we shall see more examples now. See here, this is 0.15. First of all, is it terminating decimal or not? Yes. So it is terminating in nature. Now see, after this particular decimal point, how many digits are there? So 1, 2. So 2 digits are there. Now what you will do, just you write this particular number without decimal point. So just it will be 15 by, you write 1, and how many digits are there? 2 digits are there. Just you place 2 zeros. So it will be 15 by 10. Now see, whatever it is there common in the numerator and denominator, we can cancel it. So just you cancel it in 5 table. So 5 3s are and 5 20s are. So it is going to be 3 by 20 is going to be the rational form for this particular decimal. So we shall take one more example, see, that is 0.675. so see, it is 0.675. so after this decimal point 3 digits are there, remember, and it is terminating in nature, that means it ends. So that's why this can be written as 675 divided by 1. First you write it, and how many digits are here? 1, 2, 3. Just you place those 3 digits, that means 3 zeros here. Just to cancel it, so just you can find that 25 is common in the numerator and denominator. If you are not able to cancel with the big table and all, just you can cancel with 5 simultaneously 5 times, then 2 times, just you will be getting 27 by 40 as your answer. So this is how actually we can do. Let me take one more example for you. Suppose if you are given with 3.75, if this is the number, how will you convert it actually? See, just you remove this decimal point, so just you write the number as it is, that is 375. Now just you place 1 in the denominator and just focus on this particular decimal point. How many digits are there? So 7 is a digit of a decimal point and 5 is one more digit. So actually 2 digits are there, so that's why I will be placing 2 zeros here. So my answer is going to be 375 by 100. Now see, both these numbers in the denominator as well as the numerator will get cancelled in 5 table. So let us do it. So just it will be 575 sir, and it will be 520 sir. So again it will go, see, 515 sir, and again 54 sir. Okay, so it is going to be 15 by 4. Just you have to cancel it till the time you will be getting co-prime numbers in the numerator and the denominator. So 15 and 4 are co-prime numbers, just you can leave it at this step. So 15 by 4 is going to be the decimal expansion, that means the rational form for this particular decimal form. So it is 3.75, I can write it as 15 by 4. So these are the steps we need to follow for converting a terminating decimal form to the rational form. So the first step, just you remove the decimal point and just count the number of digits after the decimal point. Then in the denominator, just you write 1 and keep as many zeros as the number of digits after the decimal point. So this is very simple, just I hope it is clear to you. And as a last part, suppose we are left with 2 numbers in the numerator and denominator, we have to cancel it and we have to take it to the simplest form, that there are no common factors for the numerator and denominator. So whatever it is there, just we have to cancel it and we have to express the rational form in the simplest form. So that is how we will be doing with these terminating decimals. Okay. What if our decimal expansion is non-terminating, repeating in nature? Okay, it is non-terminating but it will repeat. So in this case, just we can make 2 cases. Okay, so the first case is going to be, suppose you take 0.03 bar. This is what I will consider as the first case, and I will take the second case as 0.3 bar. Okay, what is the difference between these 2 cases? In this case, only some digits, that means here say 3 is only repeating, but here 2 digits are there, out of that only 1 digit is repeating, and here only 1 digit is there, that digit itself is repeating. That means after the decimal point only 1 digit can be repeating, or all the digits whatever it is there can be repeating. Suppose let us say 0.16, let us say bar like this. So in this case also, whatever the digits are there which are 1, 6, so 2 digits are there which are continuously repeating as such, 1, 6, 1, 6 and all. So either all the digits can be repeating, or only, suppose I take one more example like 0.56 bar. If I say here, see, 2 digits are there, but this 5 is not repeating, only 6 is repeating. That means only a part of the decimals after the decimal point can be repeating, or all the digits after the decimal point can be repeating. So I can make 2 cases here. See here, the first case, all the digits will be repeating. Suppose see, this is 0.6 bar, 0.16 bar, 0.123 bar. They are called pure recurring decimals. That means there are no digits left which are not repeating. So here whatever is there after the decimal point, it will repeat. So here 3 digits, it is 0.123, 123, 123. As a block, it will be repeating. These are known as pure recurring. Reoccurring means it will reoccur like that. So that is going to be pure recurring decimal forms. But if you see these examples, see 0.785, but this bar is there for only 85. So here this 7 is not repeating. So these are what we call mixed recurring decimals. So here in pure recurring decimals, whatever it is there after the decimal point, the entire thing will repeat. But in this case, some part will be repeating and some part won't be repeating after the decimal point. So just we can have pure recurring decimals and we can have mixed recurring decimals. Let us see with these two cases separately. First, let us see how to convert a pure recurring decimal to the rational form. So let me explain with an example. Okay. So first, let me take 5.2 bar. First of all, is it repeating or not? Yes, it is non-terminating repeating. Why? Because it is 5.2 bar and it is pure recurring. Why? Because after the decimal point only 2 is there and the 2 is repeating. So my number is 5.2 bar. So here I will consider, let us say, let me consider the number to be x here. So let x is equal to 5.2 bar, which is given to me. So x means what? So x is equal to 5.2 bar means what? 2, 2, 2. It will keep on repeating like this. So I will consider it as my first step. Now see here, I will multiply this particular x equal to 5.222 and all with 10 on both sides. So when I multiply a given equation with the same number on both sides, it won't change its value. So that's why this x, when I multiply with the 10, it will become 10x. And this entire decimal form, when I multiply with the 10, and we know how this decimal place will move when we multiply with the 10. So it will move towards your right side one place. Why? Because in 10 there is only 1 0. So it will become 52.222 and all. So 10x will be equal to 52.222 and all. So let us consider this as our equation 2. So this is our equation 2 now. So equation 1 is there and equation 2 is there. What we will do, we will subtract equation 1 from equation 2. So as we know, this is going to be our LHS and this is RHS. So subtract this x from this 10x on the LHS part. So you will be left with the 10x minus x, which is 9x. And also see here on our RHS we have 52.222 and all. Okay, and on this particular equation 1, in this equation 1 we have 5.222 and all. Now see, why I have multiplied with the 10? I have multiplied with the 10 because when I multiply, so whatever the decimal form I have here on this particular decimal 2222 in this one and also in this one, both are same, and when you subtract it, actually after this decimal point entire thing will be 0. After this decimal point 0 0 0 and all, when you subtract it, so 52 minus 5 is going to be 47 is what you will be left with. So on this side just we are left with 47. Just 9x is equal to 47. Now just we want only the value for x. So x is equal to 47 by 9. So what is actually x we have assumed to be? We have assumed this x is equal to 5.2 bar. What we got? It is x is equal to 47 by 9. So this is in the rational form, and this is the rational form for the given decimal expansion. Let us take one more example now. So we have to convert this one 23.43 bar. So remember, this is pure recurring. Why? Because after decimal point 43 as a block it is repeating. So see here, I will assume whatever the number I have to convert to be x always. So let us assume x is equal to 23.43 bar. So this bar is there for 4 as well as 3 also. Now so x is equal to 23.43 43 43 43 and so on. So this is how we write non-terminating repeating decimals. Now see, for how many digits there is this particular bar? For 2 digits. So what I will do, I will multiply in this case with 100 on both sides. So whatever the equation 1 is there, so let me assume this as equation 1. Now I will multiply this equation 1 with 100 on both sides now. Why? Because here my two numbers are repeating, so that's why I will multiply with 100 in this case. So I will be having 100x is equal to, now see, the decimal point is initially here. Now see, when I multiply with 100, in 100 there are two zeros, so my decimal will move two places towards my right. So 1, 2, it will become 2343.434343 and so on. And let us assume this to be our equation 2. Now what we will do, as we have done in the earlier case, we will subtract equation 1 from equation 2 and we will carry out the subtraction individually on LHS as well as RHS. Now on my LHS I am left, so when I subtract it, so 100x is equal to, so you will be having, so let me write it, so it will be 2343.4343 and all. So this is what you'll be having your second equation, and x is equal to what we have assumed, it is 23.43 and 43. Now see here, so just we have to carry out the subtraction. So 100x minus x is going to be 99x is equal to, just carry out the subtraction. So after this decimal point everything will become 0. Why? Because everything is same, so nothing will be left here, it will be 0 0 0 and all. Now just you subtract this 23 from 2343. So what you will get, you will be getting 2320. So 2320 is what you will get on the RHS side. Now our 99x is equal to 2320, that means 2320. Now we want only x, just bring this particular 99 this side, or you divide with 99 on both sides. So whatever is handy for you, just you can do that, and you will get x is equal to 2320 divided by 99. So this is already in the simplest form. Why? Because there are no common factors for the numerator and denominator, and this x is what we have assumed, this particular thing. So this is the decimal expansion, and for this decimal expansion this is going to be your rational form. Suppose if you want to cross check your answer, just you divide this particular numerator with 99. This is exactly what you will get. If this thing is equal to this one also will be equal to this one. Okay, so this is how just we can convert this particular pure recurring decimals to the rational form. Now let us see how to convert this particular mixed recurring decimals to the rational form. So what do you mean by this term mixed recurring? That means some digits after the decimal point won't be repeating and some digits will be repeating. So as in this case, see 4.32 bar, and this bar is there for only these two. So these are what we call mixed recurring decimals. So as such, take one more example, 15.172 bar. So this 1 2 is under bar and this 7 is not repeating. So these are what we call mixed recurring decimals. Now let us see how to convert these particular things, that means the decimal forms, into the rational form, which is our p by q. So remember, these are also non-terminating repeating. So these are also rational numbers only, which we can represent in the form of p by q. Now let us see this first example. So here we need to convert this thing into p by q form. Now see, so always just consider the thing we have to convert as x. So here I will suppose x is equal to 4.32 bar. So just see here, 32 bar means what? It is 4.3222 and all. Now see, here we can solve it simply. There are many ways. So see here we shall see one among them. Now what I will do, just I will multiply with 10 here. Why? How many digits are not repeating here? Only one digit is not repeating after the decimal point. So I will multiply with 10. So here when I multiply with the 10, what it will become? On both sides we have to do it. So here x will become 10x on this our RHS side and this left hand side, and on our right hand side this decimal will move here exactly. Why? Because we are multiplying with the 10. Our decimal is initially here, it will come after this particular 3. It will become 43.2 bar. So we are left with 10x is equal to 43.2 bar. Now see here, now just observe this equation, what it is exactly. Now see here, just forget this 10x. Is it pure recurring or not? First of all tell me. Yes. Why? Because only 2 is there and the 2 is itself repeating. So the best way is going to be first converting your mixed recurring into pure recurring. Now see, this is 43.2 bar. Now here observe carefully, here this is 10x is equal to, suppose if you are given with the number 43.2, okay, how will you write it actually? 43 plus 0.2, this is how you will write, okay. Suppose if you are given with 43.015, how will you write it? Whatever it is there before the decimal, you will write it as it is, plus just you will keep a 0 here, 0.015. So you know how to add the decimals and all. So this is how it works. Now see, this 43.2 bar, can I actually write it as the number before the decimal as it is, plus can I write this as plus 0.2 bar or not? Can I write it or not? Yes, I can write it. So my equation now will become 10x is equal to 43 plus 0.2 bar. Now see, then 10x is equal to 43 plus, now see here this 0.2 bar is there, this 0.2 bar is there, which is our pure recurring decimal. So let us convert into the rational form now. So let us assume already we have taken x, so let us assume y is equal to, so y is equal to 0.2, so 0.222 and all, okay. Now as we have seen in the earlier case, we will take with 10y, y because only one digit is there, so 10y is equal to 2.222 and all. So why? Because only one digit is repeating. So when I multiply with 10 on both sides, this decimal point will move here and will become 2.222 and all. Now just let us subtract. So let us say this is 1 and this is 2. So I am doing this part separately now. So now just what I will be left with, y is equal to, this is 0.22 and all, okay. When I subtract it, so this side it will be 9y and this side it will be 2 and this entire thing will be 0 here. So I am left with y is equal to 2 by 9. So that means for this decimal form, this is 0.2 bar, I can write 2 by 9. So that is what I am going to replace this 0.2 bar with the 2 by 9 as I have done it separately here. So now our equation will become 10x is equal to 43 plus 2 by 9. Now take the LCM here. So here LCM is going to be 9. Just you do the things. So here it will be 387 plus 2 by 9. So 10x is equal to 389 by 9. Now x is equal to just this 10x value. Just we have to divide with the 10 on both sides, or you can send this 10 this side, 9 into 10 it will become 90, or just you can divide with 10 on both sides. Your answer will become x is equal to 389 by 90. So this is going to be your answer for this particular decimal expansion. So this is the decimal expansion for this particular rational form, and this is the rational form for this particular decimal expansion. Now let us see the second example now. So in the second example, so we have to convert 15.712 bar, and this bar is there for only 1 and 2. So just what we will assume, let us assume the number to be x. So x is equal to 15.712 bar. So as I have told you, just try to convert the given thing into pure recurring form. So this is a mixed recurring form. Why? Because this 7 is not repeating, only the block of 1, 2 and so on. Just it will be 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 like that, but this 7 won't repeat, okay. So now what I will do, only one digit is there, so just here one digit is not repeating. What I will do, I will multiply with 10 on both sides. So if I do so, this x will be 10x on the left hand side, and this decimal point will move towards this 7 one place, so it will be 157.12 bar. Now observe this thing, this is 157.12 bar, and this entire thing after the decimal point is repeating. Now it has been in the form of pure recurring decimal. Now just can we write it as 10x is equal to, as I told you, it is 157.12 bar, so it is 157 plus 0.12 bar, okay. Now this will become 10x is equal to 157 plus, we have to convert this particular 0.12 bar into our rational form. So I will tell you here, just let us do with the method, and then I will tell you a shortcut how to convert it directly into this P by Q form. Now see, let us assume, as already I have taken x here, so let me assume y is equal to 0.1212 so on. Okay, now when I multiply with how many digits are repeating here? 2 digits. So should I multiply with 10 or 100? I have to multiply with 100. Why? Because 2 digits are repeating. Now 100y here, 100y is equal to, it will be, so 2 decimal places will move this side, so it will become 100y is equal to 12.1212 and so on. So it will go like this. Now just let us subtract this from this one. So on this side we will be having 99y is equal to, when you subtract it, so this entire part will go. Why? Because after the decimal point everything is same, after decimal point everything is same. 12 minus 0 is what? It will be 12. Now y is equal to, it will be 12 by 99. Just we can replace this particular part, this is 0.12 bar, with 12 by 99. So we can cancel it further. So in 3 table, 3 4s are and 3 33s are, just we can replace it. Just we can take the LCM and you find it, it will be 10x is equal to 5185 by 33. Now just you can send this 10 this side, or you can divide with 10 on both sides. So your answer will be 5185 by 330. Just you can cancel the things which are there common in the numerator and denominator, and you reduce it to simplest form. Just your answer is going to be this one. So this is the rational form of the form P by Q for this given decimal expansion. Now I will tell you how to convert these particular things, that means see 0.12 bar and these things directly into this form. Okay, so let us take an example. If my number is, let us say 0.3 bar, okay, 0.3 bar, how to convert it directly? See here, just write the digit which is repeating after the decimal point. Which digit is repeating here? 3 only. By how many digits are repeating here? 1 digit only. You write 19 here. Okay, this 3 ones are and 3 3s are. Okay, so what will be my answer here? It is 1 by 3. Okay, suppose let me take one example here. Here what we have done, 0.12 bar. So I have just written this particular 12 here, and how many digits are repeating? 2 digits. So in 2 digits are repeating, just place 2 9s here. Let me take one more example. If my number is 0.165 bar, how will you do it? Write it as 165 by how many digits as the block are repeating? 3 digits. How many 9s we have to place? 3 9s. So hope this will help you to further simplify this particular step. So need not to take this entire thing, and we should need not to do everything in detail. Just you can replace this thing with the rational form using this method. Just we can, let me take one more example. So let us say that is 0.7 bar. So here only 7 is there which is repeating. So just you write it in the numerator. How many digits are actually repeating? Only 1 digit. So that's why just you place 1 9 in the denominator. That will become 7 by 9 as the rational form for this 0.7 bar. Okay, suppose if it is 0.7, what you will write? It is 7 by 10. Okay, just don't get confused. Okay, there is no bar here. Okay, so whenever the decimal expansions are like this, and just keep in mind it has to be 0 point something, which is to be repeating purely. In that case it will work. So just you can replace the things and we can simplify the things as we have done in this case. After elaborately discussing how to convert the decimal expansions into the rational form, let me tell you a shortcut which will help you in objective test. Remember, we should not do this in your regular exams, but hope it will help you in objective test. So let us take, we have to convert 0.765, okay, bar. Okay, see, I'm taking pure recurring decimal. That means whatever there after the decimal point is entirely repeating. So already we have seen how to convert it. Just you write the number as 765 as a whole, which is after the decimal point, and how many digits are actually repeating? 3 digits. Just you place 3 nines. So this is going to be your answer. After doing so, if something is there which is common in the numerator and denominator, you cancel it in the simplest form. Okay, let me take one more example. Suppose if it is 1.3 bar, 1.3 bar. Now see, in the earlier case, what is the difference here? Here the difference is, here before the decimal point, here 0 is there, but here 1 is there. But how to actually do it? Okay, now the thing is very simple. Just you write (13 minus 1) 12. 13 minus 1, 12 by 9. Here we can do it in two ways. I will tell you both the ways how we can actually proceed. So here first way is going to be, see how we can do it. So this is going to be 1. So this is actually how we'll do 1 plus 0.3 bar. Okay, now see, this is nothing but 1, and we know this we can write it as 1 plus. So just now we have seen how to convert this 0 point something which is repeating here as, so how will you convert it actually? This is nothing but 3 by 9. Okay, now just you can cancel. So 3 ones are, and it is 3 threes are. Just you can cancel the things. Now see, it is 1 plus 1 by 3. 1 plus 1 by 3 is how much? It will be 4 by 3. Just you take the LCM and you will get 4 by 3 as your result. So the answer is going to be 4 by 3. Okay, so this is one way of doing the things. So first converting this as 1 plus, so whatever is before the decimal plus 0 point whatever it is repeating, just you can do this way. How we can do it directly in one more way? Suppose see, so thing is very simple here. Just observe carefully what I will do. Write the number as it is. So just assume this is 1. So this 3 is repeating. Anyhow, just I will write this 1 3, like without any decimal, without, just whatever is appearing for me, just I will write it. Minus whatever is not repeating. Whatever is not repeating, only 1 is not repeating here, by 1. Okay, just subtract 1 divided by, we have to just see here how many digits are actually repeating after the decimal point. 1 digit. So just you place 1 9 here. Okay, 1 9 here. Okay, now see here how many, suppose see, is there anything after the decimal point which is not repeating? No. So just we need not to place any zeros here. So our answer is going to be 13 minus 1, which is 12. 12 by 9. Just so here you can cancel 3 4s are and 3 3s are. Again your answer is going to be 4 by 3. Okay, so let us take one more example. Let us see this thing with our shortcut. So how to convert it directly into P by Q form, which will help you in your objective test. So just what I told, you write the entire number. So whatever the digits are appearing for you, just you write it. So it will be 3 3 7 3. Just you stop there. Okay, minus, just forget this number for which this bar is there. So apart from this 3 which is under bar, what is left? 337. Just forget the decimal also. Okay, it will be 337. That will become your numerator by, now see how many digits have 9. So keep in mind, first we have to write 9s. Okay, how many digits we have to write? So here 1 digit is there under bar, so I will write only 1 9, and after decimal point, how many digits are actually not repeating? Only one digit is not repeating, so I will write 1 0. So here under bar will give you the number of nines, and whatever is not repeating after decimal point will give you the number of zeros. So this is going to be your answer. So this 3373 minus 337 is going to be 3096, and in the denominator there will be 90. Okay, you can just cancel it further. Why? Because both the things will go in two table and you can convert it to simplest form. And using your calculator, just check the decimal expansion of this number. It will be like this only. But remember, don't use in your conventional exams. It has to be for only objective tests for quick calculations. That's it. So let us take a last example for this particular concept using our shortcut. Now see, my example is going to be 103.3375, and there is bar for this particular 75. So we have already seen an elaborate process how to convert these things. So this is basically a mixed recurring decimal. Already we have seen the method how to convert it into the form of P by Q. Just you try with that. So here I am going to tell you how to use the shortcut. Okay, so see here, first thing just we have to do is just you write the entire number. So just forget the decimal also, just you write 33375. okay, minus, and so just forget this particular digits for which the bar is there. What will be left? This 10333 will be left. Just you write that as your numerator, 333. So this is going to be your numerator part, minus divided by, sorry. Now see, first you have to write the nines here. So how will you get the number of nines? For how many digits the bar is there? Only for 2 digits. So that's why I will write 2 nines here, 2 nines here. And after that, what we will do, we have to place zeros. So the number of zeros that you will place after these nines will depend upon the number of digits actually not repeating after the decimal point. And in this case, how many digits are there? So here 2 digits are there, which are 3 3, and I have to place 2 zeros here. Okay, and that will be equal to 1023042. Just you do the subtraction part, you will get the same thing in the numerator, 42 divided by 9900. So just take it to the simplest form later by cancelling it in two table. Why? Because it is ending into even numbers both are. Just you can cancel it further and you can get it into the simplest form. And with your calculator, just check it again, are you getting the same answer or not. So this is how you can use a shortcut to convert any decimal expansion into the rational form. So let us take a last example for this particular concept. So my question is, convert convert 0.9 bar, okay, 0.9 bar into P by Q form, and just conclude your answer, what you are going to infer from this particular thing. So just let us follow our conventional method how to convert it. So let us say x is equal to, so this is what we have to convert, 0.9 bar. So x is equal to, what you will write, this is nothing but 0.9999. okay, this is actually, this is pure recurring decimal. Why? Because there are no digits after the decimal point which are not repeating. So what we have to do, how many digits are repeating? So one digit. So I will write 10x is equal to, so 10x is equal to, my decimal point will move towards our right side, it will become 9. So this actually comes here, so 9 point, so and so on. There won't be any ending for this, so it will be 9.999. okay, now just when you subtract, so let us say this is 2. okay, so this is our equation 1. Now actually when you do it, what will happen, 10x minus x, so I'm doing it reverse, don't get confused here, it will be 9x. on this LHS part, and on this RHS part 9. So this entire thing after the decimal point will get cancelled, and 9 minus 0 will be 9. Okay, 9x is equal to 9, and x is equal to 9 by 9, 9 by 9. So answer is what? 1. Is that surprising? So how? See here, we got x is equal to 1, and here the x is equal to 0.9 bar. So 0.9 bar means what? 0.9999 and all. So are they same? So can you conclude something about it? Here don't get surprised. So when you write 0.99999 and all, so it will converge to 1. So that's why we are getting our answer to be 1. So apart from that, there is nothing wrong in that. So when you write 0.9999, it will be close to 1. So that's why I'm getting my answer as 1. So this is how just you can represent. So when you do this manner, you'll be getting 1. Suppose the same thing we can do it using our shortcut also. What did I tell? So using the shortcut means what? Whatever it is then the number, you write it as. So 09 is there, simply you write 9 by. So here what in the denominator we have to write 9s and zeros. So first you will write number of 9s. For how many digits are repeating here? 1 digit only. So just you place 1 9. Is there any digit after the decimal point which is not repeating? So we need not to write any zeros here. 9 by 9 is what? 1. So this is actually we can do using our shortcut also. So we can use the shortcut to check your answer, as well as we can use it in attempting your objective test. So otherwise in conventional exams, just we have to go by this particular lengthier approach. Okay, so here it is going to be 1. Why? Because whenever I write 0.999 and all infinitely many times, it will be closely towards 1. So that's why I'm getting my answer to be 1. I hope the decimal conversion, that means converting the decimal form into the rational form, is clear to you, and we shall see the remaining things as representation of the numbers on the number line. So which are, so we can represent actually these numbers also on the number line. So actually we shall take it in the next session. Till then, keep revising, be safe. Thank you all. Have a great day.